Yo, what is going on, guys? Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on Stargirl. And this will be my review and breakdown for Stargirl episode 7, otherwise titled Shiv Part 1. So, this is a two-parter episode, with episode 8 being Shiv Part 2. Before I get into this review and breakdown, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more Arrowverse content coming your way. And obviously, spoiler alert, if you aren't caught up with Stargirl this season or haven't watched this episode, you have been warned, as I will be going into spoilers since I'll be breaking down the episode bit by bit as I give you guys my overall thoughts on it. But anyways, so this episode kicks off with Courtney in the basement, and she's very excited as she looks at her cosmic staff. And we see the other characters like Rick, Yolanda, and Beth living a much better life than the one they previously lived. And some of them are changed basically, because for example, Beth, she forgot to make lunch for her parents. So I am excited to see how this develops into these characters. But we do obviously have Pat wanting to train the new JSA. However, both Mike and Barbara are starting to become suspicious due to Pat and Courtney spending way too much time with each other. But obviously Pat covers it up by saying, oh, he's going to teach Courtney how to drive. Now we do have Henry in the hospital once again with his dad. But one surprising thing we see is that Cindy is over there, and she brings flowers as well. And she does actually stay with Henry for a while. And we find out why that is during the episode. But as I watch this, I'm like, what? That is weird. But we do then have JSA kids unite together in school. And then we do have Cindy just bump into them and say watch where you're going. And then this makes Courtney overly curious about Cindy because she wants to know why she is so mean. But we find out from Beth that she used to be such a nice person, 4th grade. And then after the death of her mother and other events from happening, she just became a full-on evil person. So yeah, some tragic stuff has happened to Cindy. But Cindy still does try to ask Henry to the homecoming dance because her friend just rubbed it in her face, saying, oh, this guy asked me, I'm gonna go to this homecoming event, are you coming? So Cindy is desperate for Henry to go to that dance, and obviously Henry doesn't want to. Now we get such great teasers with this janitor, and I'll just say, if you know, then you know. And we have Cindy bumping into janitor Justin and then basically being full on mean to him. Or shall I just say Sir Justin? I don't know. I'm giving you guys teasers as well, but I probably won't say who he actually is. But we do see the janitor go into his cabin, and we first see him looking at his Pegasus calendar, or shall I say Winged Victory. And then we go on to see his sword. And I'm not going to say, as I said, his identity yet. I might say it when it's revealed, but I'm not going to say it now, so don't worry about that. And then we are then in chemistry class, and we have Courtney and Cindy working together, which was quite interesting, and they did have nice moments in this scene. And Cindy does make the experiment work, as her father is a chemist and she is a good chemist as well. And we do have Cindy actually make plans with Courtney, and Courtney does actually accept to go with Cindy. Now this scene was really cool, as we see Henry Jr. use his brainwave powers to cheat in a math test, which was just hilarious. I just loved this scene a lot because it is something I predicted since Henry's brainwave powers has developed. I think I said in one of the videos as well, I said I think it would be pretty cool if we do actually see him use his brainwave powers to cheat in a test. And it happened. But yeah, this also allows Henry to become more tapped into his powers, so I guess that's a good thing as well. But yeah, we have Cindy go home, and she's being very mean to her stepmother this time. And Cindy she just threatens her and says she's just full on rude to her. And yeah, basically she says, I'm gonna tell my dad you're being full on mean to me and things like that. And one interesting thing we see is that we have Cindy go into the ISA hideout through a locked door in her house. So this leads me to believe every ISA member has a way to go inside that area without them having to go into the Project New America area. And she does also listen to some ISA secret talks as well, and how the new JSA are potentially just kids. But we have Cindy seeing Dragon King's office as well, and we find out that Cindy is actually with Henry just because they need his brainwave powers to work, which is interesting. Because like Cindy is being told to do these stuff by her father. So I am pretty interested to see what Cindy wants to do that's against her father. And we do have Cindy's cool abilities as well, as she brings out an Assassin's Creed hidden blade from her wrists, and she just kills one of Dragon King's men, which was pretty cool. But we do get this transition to the Dragon King scenes, as we also do get a JSA training session that Pat is giving the new JSA. And he's telling the new JSA about each ISA member and what their powers are. But Courtney just ruins the training, as we have her go in and obliterate those dolls that Pat arranged. So she was being quite selfish in this scene, in which the other JSA members, aren't pretty happy about this, as they had nothing to do and Courtney was just being selfish. But yeah, we do have more transitions between Pat, Courtney, as well as Cindy, Dragon King, and they are pretty much alike in some way. But we do then cut to Jordan's house, who is Icicle, and we have his son Cameron ask his dad for advice because he wants to take Courtney to that homecoming event. So we have Jordan do exactly that, and he talks about how he waited for the right time, and then he just made his move and everything worked out. So in the homecoming of American football event, we have Courtney spying on the principal, as she is an ISA member, and she wants to assure that that's the case. But we do indeed see Cameron ask Courtney, and Courtney's overly excited, which leads me to believe that they're going to set up a relationship between those two characters. And this leads to Courtney cancelling her plans with Cindy, obviously, and Cindy isn't too happy about that. And one scene which really made me laugh was when Sportsmaster was next to Pat in the line for food, and he's just I don't see anything healthy over here. I think I recommend that water because that's the only good thing for you over here. And you can just see the look on Pat's face that he's just mate, just go away. But yeah, selfish Courtney again. She follows the principal, and then the janitor actually follows after Courtney as well. But we see Courtney suit up and she goes into the ISA hideout. But because the area is like a maze, this just leads Courtney to going back to the school. And while that is happening, we see Cindy notice Stargirl, and we have Cindy suit up as Shiv, and then those two characters have a fighting, which was just great. We had both of them land some pretty good shots on each other, and one really interesting part was when we had Courtney blast Shiv with the staff, and we see her skin burn, and we see that robotic stuff in her face as well, which was pretty cool. But yeah, Shiv, which isn't really a surprise at all, does defeat Stargirl, and that is due to the recurring theme of this show, with Courtney just being selfish and her wanting to prove to Pat that she's ready to take down the other ISA members. And we do have Shiv about to deliver the final blow until we have Janitor Justin, or Sir Justin, aka Spoiler, saves Courtney, and we have him say something along the lines of, "It isn't the end until death." He said something like that, I can't fully remember it. But yeah, very interesting character in my opinion, and I cannot wait to see what we will explore next with this character. And hopefully we do get this character's identity reveal soon. I mean, I pretty much know who it is by now, or hopefully I do. But yeah, let's just see how it goes. But then we have the cosmic staff go after Pat, and Pat sees the cosmic staff and he follows after it, which leads him to Courtney. And then we do also see the janitor, and he's spying on Pat, and he's just Stripesy. So yeah, he's probably a former member of the JSA at this point, or he just knows about the JSA. But his version of the comics is in the JSA as well as the Justice League. So I don't know what they'll do in the show, but he's probably a former member of the JSA if you ask me. But yeah, Courtney is around the arms of Pat, and this is where the episode ends. So overall, very good episode in my opinion. It was very enjoyable and it was just a fantastic episode. All these episodes so far for the show are just great, and I will give this episode a 9 out of 10. And I just cannot wait for part 2 to come. But yeah guys, this is pretty much it for this video. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Tell me in the comment section down below what you guys think about this episode. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.